My research is in obesity, looking at both nutrition and physical activity. So what I've done before is looked at how couples make decisions about the food they eat and about the physical activity their family undertakes as well. So looking at how people actually make decisions about or for other people, so when they're not actually involved in the eating themselves, so when parents make decisions for their children, they actually approach that quite differently to when they're making decisions for themselves. I've also looked at emotions and how those emotions actually affect people's decisions. You know, for example, when we're talking about nutrition and what people eat, a lot of people feel guilty if they eat the wrong thing or if they're not feeding their children what they might consider healthy. So there's a lot of emotions involved in eating as well. One of the things that I found really interesting in my research is when people are out, for example, having lunch and there's a group of people together ordering, if the first person orders something, then the rest of the people are likely to follow suit and order the same thing. And especially if that's something healthy, everybody else will order something healthy, and they'll avoid actually ordering anything deep fried, for example. So, you know, having those opinion leaders there actually makes people change their behaviour, because it's probably taking away the decision making, so they just think, oh, well, I'll just order the same as them. And they also don't want to be the only one that orders something that looks really unhealthy as well. And the other thing I found interesting is that for the physical activity side, people really like to exercise with other people. They don't necessarily like to do it by themselves. And if someone's there to make them accountable, actually get out the door and, you know, go for a run, go for a walk, play sport, or go to the gym, or, you know, even go for a bike ride, they're more likely to actually perform the behaviour than when they have to do it by themselves. So my future research is looking at how people set goals for behaviour change, for example, their weight loss goals, and looking at how emotions impact on those goals as well, so that we can then develop tools that use or take advantage of these emotions and help them to maintain their behaviour over time. So looking at 12-week challenges, for example, that are commercially available, and then how do we move people beyond that 12-week goal? So, you know, they're really good at setting the goal for 12 weeks, but then what we're interested in social marketing is how do we actually maintain that behaviour over time? And that's a difficult part. So I want to know, you know, do these behaviours become habit? Do they become automatic? Or do these behaviours just drop off without any reinforcement? Because across the 12 weeks, there's a lot of reinforcement, a lot of encouragement, a lot of social support. So what we need to do is take the learning from that and then provide these tools to people so that they can actually maintain their behaviour across time. And I really think that emotions has a lot to do with that. So looking at, you know, emotion-focused coping, for example, and how we can use that to provide different types of support mechanisms for people to be able to maintain their behaviour so that they can stay at their goal weight and not relapse back to how they were before.